What is up guys, and welcome back to another TBC Classic video. So today we are once again talking about botting in TBC Classic, and if you've been watching me for a while, then this is a subject that you are familiar with, as I have already made a couple of videos on botting in TBC Classic, and even in Classic WoW as well, and today we are looking at the absolute state of botting in TBC Classic, and the impact of the level 58 boost, which I believe we all knew were going to cause massive botting issues in TBC Classic, and Blizzard knew it as well, but they straight up ignored it to make as much profit as possible on TBC Classic. So let's jump straight into it and take a look at how bad this has gotten over time. Actually, before we do that, do me a quick favor and type /who Blackrock depth rogue and see how many guildless rogues there are in Blackrock depth on your server, and let me know in the comments down below. So if you remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago at this point, botting was a huge problem within dungeons. Rogues and mages were constantly running Slave Pens and Blackrock Depth, as well as Maraudon for raw gold. Rogues usually did pickpocketing within Slave Pens and Blackrock Depth, and mages did AoE farming in Slave Pens and Maraudon. We have a lot of footage to back up these claims, but basically you would see rogues constantly running in and out of dungeons, always in communal gear, and there was even a Reddit clip of someone mind-controlling a bunch of Mage Bots outside Maraudon, showing what I think is pretty much iron-proof evidence that these are in fact bots, and not just quote new players trying to farm some gold in Maraudon before venturing into Outland. I will leave the link to the Reddit post in the description of this video, just in case you want to go and upvote it or check it out for yourself. We also have some footage of how these bots operate inside dungeons, as someone managed to grab footage of a mage bot inside Slave Pens, where you can see they are abusing gravity to clip through the roof, so they don't even have to worry about pulling mobs where they don't want to, and they can straight up pull the mobs, evade them, then go to a safe spot and kill them. And they can also grab resources by clipping through the wall and or swimming under the ground. So bots are literally clipping through walls and flying inside dungeons to grab resources easier than anybody else, not abusing this system, and they are making a fortune. Flying and clipping through walls is also not something entirely new, as we saw bots doing this inside Dire Maul in Classic WoW as well, where if you positioned yourself outside at the entrance, you would sometimes see a mage or a hunter fall down from the sky before re-entering the instance. Now that we are about 3 months into TBC Classic, bots have also mustered the courage to start their botting operation outside the dungeons as well, and there are namely 4 different locations to look out for if you want to find these bots for yourself, and if you play on a high or full pop server, then you can probably go to any of these locations right now, and I can almost guarantee that you will find a bot. Location number 1 is right outside Shattrath, in the botting lake, where you will find feral druids botting from modes of water. You will also find some hunters and warlock, pretty much any class with decent damage output and good survivability, which is why feral druids are amazing thanks to their self-healing via the improved leader of the pack, and hunters and warlocks because they can use their pets and demons as tanks. If you want to look for these bots, all you have to do is be on the lookout for communal gear and bound and equip items. The most common thing is that they will have communal trinkets, and they will replace every other armor piece with cheap BOE items from the auction house to increase their damage output, so they can farm more efficiently, and sometimes the items they buy doesn't make any sense at all. So far I've seen someone legitimately buying the Eye of Shadow trinket, which has no stats on it, but it's a purple BOE, and I've seen a warlock using agility gear, so it's honestly quite obvious if they are real players or bots. In general, bots will also use the click to move function, which results in them moving in one direction before suddenly changing direction, if that makes sense. If you want to be 100% certain that it's a bot, if you tag the mob a split second before they attack it, they will keep attacking it and finish the mob for you, giving you free loot. However, if you tag it too quickly, they will just stand there looking like idiots, looking into the air for a couple of seconds before restarting their engines. Another hot location for botting is this one in Hellfire Peninsula, where you will find tons of Void Elementals, which drops most of Shadow, and once again you will mostly find Feral Druids, Hunters and Warlocks, and personally I found 2 incredibly suspicious Feral Druids at this location, once again meeting the criteria of having the same talent choices, communal trinkets, BoE items, and robotic movement patterns. On top of that, one of the Feral Druids had bought an epic staff worth over 1,000 gold, which to me indicates that they have made a lot of gold from this, and they are not afraid of getting banned anytime soon, which I can further back up by saying that some of the bots that I have included in my previous videos, and reported over a month ago, are still online on my server and are still not banned, despite those botting videos doing fairly well, and the names being public, plus me actually reporting them in the game. Now, I don't think it's any secret that Blizzard adding a level 58 boost for TBC Classic is one major reason why botting is so rampant right now in Classic TBC. As I just showed you on this footage, literally every single bot is using communal gear, at least communal trinkets, and the only way to actually get communal trinkets is to buy the level 58 boost on a character. Buying the level 58 boost also doesn't have any requirements, but you don't need to already have a level 70 character on the account or anything to use the boost. You can straight up make a new account, buy the level 58 boost, then get straight into botting, which is what these botters are doing. It is one of the reasons why you are seeing bots everywhere. Bots in Blackrock depth are making anywhere from 20 to 40 raw gold per hour, plus the addition of having the chance to obtain the T-Boost Blazing Longsword from those junk boxes. Mages are making 40 gold raw per hour in Maraudon, and rogues in Slave Pens and Mana Tombs are making anywhere from 30 gold to 100 gold per hour, depending on what they are doing. Some bots are only pickpocketing, which is usually worth less, and some bots are using glitch mechanics to glitch through walls and obtain resources through herbalism and mining, while simultaneously doing pickpocketing. The Feral Druids in the open world are also making a lot of gold per hour, especially if they manage to level their way to level 70 and bought some good BoE gear, and on my boomkin I kill things a little bit faster than the bots in the lake outside Shattrath, and I can make upwards of 250 gold per hour. So if you take away 100 gold for efficiency, then I think it's fair to say that these bots are making roughly 150 gold per hour. It doesn't really take a rocket scientist to understand that these bots are making heaps of profit by botting in TBC Classic, when they can farm this much gold, and especially since Blizzard is allowing it to happen, and not committing a single resource to handling bots in general. Maybe if we are lucky and if enough people speak up about it, we will see a massive ban wave of bots happening once again, but in that case it's just for PR, and it's a one-time thing, because after that ban wave the bots will rebuy level 58 boost, get right back at it, and we'll need another ban, massive public outcry for anything to be done about it, and even then I doubt anything is actually going to happen. I mean, we already have a lot of people talking about how bad the issue is. Willy recently made a video that got about 100,000 views. The Reddit post that I talked about earlier had 9,000 upvotes, and my botting videos are sitting at 20 to 30,000 views, and Blizzard hasn't even pretended to care about the botting problem in TBC Classic so far. Bots are truly out of control in TBC Classic, and it's pissing me off. Seriously, Blizzard, please do something. It really shouldn't be that difficult to at least do something about this. And if money is all you care about, then here's an idea. Hire someone to ban the bots for you, like legit hire 5 people per region or something to actively monitor botting behavior with the GM commands, and the bots that get banned are 99% likely to create new Battle.net accounts and buy a new level 58 boost, so they can start botting again. Those level 58 boost purchases should be more than enough to pay for the salary of the people that you hire to get rid of the botting problem, even if it's just a temporary solution to a more permanent problem. There is your financial incentive to actually do something about botting. So yeah, that is pretty much the video, guys. As a gold farmer and gold maker, this makes me incredibly sad, and it really turns me off from doing what I enjoy most in the game itself. But then again, I knew this would happen the second they introduced that level 58 boost, and so did Blizzard. They just cared more about milking the game itself for as much cash as possible, and then letting it die out slowly. Here's to hoping something will happen, and at least I'll know that I've done my part to help. So with that being said, you guys, please continue talking about botting, take screenshots of rogues and mages inside Blackrock depth, Maraudon, Slave Pens or Mana Tombs, and post them on Reddit and the WoW forums, take pictures or videos of bots in the open world and share them, leave a like on this video to push it into the algorithm, and while you're at it, make sure you subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.